Hello there, friends. Welcome to episode 66 of That One Gaming Podcast. My name is Colin, but I'm otherwise known as Delicious Morsels, and here with me today is Lucas, aka Carn9. How is Lucas doing today?
Doing good.
All right, we've also got Neil here, better known as VMK89. How's Neil doing today?
I'm doing pretty swell.
All right. And if you are new to this podcast, welcome. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, or one of the many other podcasting platforms out there where the three of us get together every other week to talk about a variety of topics in the world of gaming. And it is our final episode of 2024. And it's also going live on Christmas Eve of all days. So,
wow, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We are going out with a bang with a game that not only spawned one of gaming's most beloved franchises, but helped launch its console as a serious competitor in the industry. We are talking about none other than that one game, Halo Combat Evolved. Released on November 15 of 2001 alongside Microsoft's Xbox game console, Halo revolutionized the first-person shooter genre for consoles and established a standard that the genre still adheres to this day. In addition to an iconic campaign that was fully playable via two-player split-screen co-op, Halo had its own multiplayer mode that took advantage of the Xbox's 4 controller ports. Multiplayer maps varied from small arenas to large open battlefields optimized for combat with the game's generous variety of vehicles. When the game eventually made its way to PC, so too did the multiplayer enjoy online matchmaking for the very first time, because that was not available on the console release originally. It predated Xbox Live. But anyway, before we get into our main topic discussion, we'd like to talk about the games that we have been playing since the last episode. So, Lucas, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing Halo, obviously.
Halo.
But I've also been continuing my monobug playthrough of Pokemon Blue and, posting my progress as it happens on Blue Sky, so go follow me there.
Pokemon Blue Sky.
Yeah. I beat it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I rolled right into a monobug playthrough of Pokemon Yellow because that's what I'm about.
Here we go again.
I wouldn't have done it otherwise because normally the third version is the one that you play when it comes to Pokemon games, but in Generation 1's case, Yellow version is just kind of a weird side grade to Red and Blue.
Yeah, it's a grade.
Yeah. They changed the gym leaders' teams to be more in line with their anime counterparts, for better or for worse. In Lieutenant Surge's case, worse, because he only has a Raichu. Guess what I one-shot today? A Raichu.
You dig through the ditches and burn through the Raichus.
Yep.
That rhymed in my head. It didn't rhyme out loud.
And slammed in the back of my Parasect.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing that concerns me the most, as weird as this sounds, is the absence of being able to get Beedrill.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's not normally a Pokemon you would be disappointed about not having, but Beedrill and Venomoth basically handled Lance and the champion back to back.
It's kind of weird that they didn't just make Weedle and Caterpie spawn in the Viridian Forest. Instead, they were just like, nah, you get one.
Yep.
And you get Caterpie because that's what Ash caught.
That's why they did that.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because, not that I don't like Butterfree, it's actually like, if you go to Fire Red, Leaf Green, Butterfree is one of my favorite Pokemon to use in general because it has Compound Eyes as an ability, which takes, I forget what percentage but it increases the accuracy of that Pokemon's moves. And like I said, I forget the percentage, but I remember what the adjusted percentage with Compound Eyes is, and it takes Sleep Powder from 75% accuracy to 97% accuracy.
Ooh.
And since Butterfree is significantly faster than Parasect with Spore, it's almost like having Spore on a Butterfree, which is great for setting up later once it learns Quiver Dance. Yeah, red, blue, yellow, red and blue. Butterfree's kind of meh. It doesn't learn any new moves past Psybeam at level 32.
Hmm.
And also because of how they programmed it, if you raise it from a Caterpie, it never learns Harden as a Metapod, which they actually fixed in yellow version. And why does that matter? Well, there's this thing called the badge boost glitch that's sort of unavoidable, so you might as well abuse the hell out of it. Where anytime that your Pokemon has a stat changing move used on it, its own move or the opponent's move, the 12.5% badge boost that the odd numbered badges give you in certain stats gets reapplied again. So having a Butterfree with Harden is great because that, like, once you have all the badges, then it's basically like you use Harden and it's like adding a touch of Ancient Powers Omni Boost. But yeah, yellow version's been going fine so far, like in the middle of Rock Tunnel. Still only have 2 Pokemon because they axed the third one that I had at that time in blue version. And it may or may not be a while before I get even a third Pokemon because my options after that are Venonat, Scyther, and Pinsir. And Scyther and Pinsir are Game Corner prizes or Safari Zone Pokemon, which is even further out. And Venonat, while you can catch it before you go to the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City, still requires you to at least get the Poke-Flute and clear that Snorlax south of Lavender Town so you can get to the grass on, I think that route's Route 12. But regardless, on that route, once you get to a grass patch all the way on the other side of the planet, it feels like, you can find Venonat there. But, you know, at that point, you're almost a Fuchsia City anyways. So, it could be until I get to, like, Fuchsia City before I have more than 2 Pokemon on my team.
Well, at least those 2 Pokemon are going to be very strong.
Oh yeah, they're way over leveled compared to what they were in Rock Tunnel. Mostly because I don't have a third Pokemon to absorb experience points into. So like they're, I believe, at level 32 and 33 right now.
Yikes.
I've been very on top of like making sure that their levels are balanced out. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Neil, what have you been up to?
Halo multiplayer co-op with you
Hello.
and
Yeah.
my usual amount of Minecraft. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about our time playing Halo, but honestly haven't done much else besides just prepping stuff for Minecraft Monday. We finally found the Pale Garden in
cool.
a recent stream. Yeah, we actually found a few of them across the big mountain. Got the Creaking Heart out of the trees. We can spawn the Creaking Mob anywhere as long as we put down a Creaking Heart and some pale wood. For those who don't know, creaking is the newest mob from the latest mini update. If you're familiar with Doctor Who's Weeping Angels, they work like Weeping Angels, where as long as you're looking at them, they don't move.
That's cool.
It's really neat. And you also can't kill them, but if you whack them enough times, it'll kind of show the nearest creaking heart. And as you whack them, it will spread resin from the creaking heart, which you can break and get little clumps of resin that make really cool bright orange blocks. So yeah, that was pretty sick. We also happened to find this pale garden over an ancient city, of all things. So in the latter half of the stream, because our friend Lord Kirov was there, he had never fought the warden in an ancient city, and we ended up trying to get some loot from there, and we're pretty successful. But by the time this episode comes out, we'll have done our next stream after the one I'm talking about. We're going to call it The Nightmare Before Christmas, because we're going to fight the warden again, try to loot as much as possible. So, yeah. Check that VOD out. Should be on my Twitch channel. But, yeah. Other than that, Halo. And that's about it.
Well, Halo to you too. Haha.
Halo. Alright, Colin, what have you been playing?
I've been trying to finish Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I am so close to the end. This game has made me cry so many times. It's incredibly good. I finished up like all of Kiryu's side stuff, except for there's like 2 things that unlock in the final chapter. But basically, I think I mentioned in the last episode, like what's going on with Kiryu is he's got cancer, he's dying. So a big part of his part of the game is going around and just reminiscing on all the stuff from the past games. And there are some things that come up that are very, very emotional things. And me being the like full-on Kiryu enjoyer that I am, he is my favorite video game character of all time. When this man feels things, I feel things, and I have felt many things. Yeah, I love this game. I am on the second to last chapter, I think. Going around doing a bunch of stuff with Ichiban right now, and then basically once I'm done doing stuff with Ichiban, it's time for the final chapter, and I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, because I don't know what's gonna happen to my guy. I don't know what's gonna happen to Kiryu. Is he gonna beat cancer, or is the dragon of Dojima gonna lose to something as lame as cancer? I mean, I'm not saying that to minimize cancer as a disease, it's like a real life disease, but like the dragon of Dojima.
Yeah.
He has beaten every single thing that has ever come at him in his life, including death.
But
and
cancer.
for him to just go out on a whimper, getting sick and dying, it just, I don't know. That's not the end.
That's
like,
rough.
It's like this man's endured so much and come out on top. And if he meets his match by just getting sick, I mean, again, not to minimize I'm not. It's sounding like I'm doing that, but I'm not.
I get what you. No.
Like, yeah.
You don't sound like you're minimizing cancer.
Yeah. Okay. It's just like for all of the things for him to die from, getting sick was not what I envisioned. So
not what was on the table.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. Everything about this game is definitely like kind of trying to send him off. So even if he doesn't actually kick the bucket in the end, I mean, I think this is the last thing, the last time we'll see Kiryu for a good long while. So they're trying to make the most of it. And I'm trying to make the most of it. Like, I'm not trying to 100% this game by any means, but like if there's something to do for Kiryu, I'll do it.
Mhm.
So I've been doing it, and that's what's taking me so long. I'm knocking at the door of 60 hours now, which is the longest Yakuza game for me.
Mhm.
I've gotten close with 5 and 7, but this one's definitely gonna take it in that regard. But it's really good. And then I still have like all of the Suji mod stuff that I'm
Mhm.
debating if I want to save for like post game at this point and just finish the story. Because what's nice about these games also is because they have so much side stuff. Once you beat the story, it unlocks kind of like a free play mode. And then you can basically just go around and do all of the side content that you passed on while you were playing the story without having to work. You don't have to like restart or do like a new game plus thing. You basically just kind of, I mean, a lot of open world games kind of do that thing where you beat the game, but then you can just goof off in the open world afterward without having to worry about the story.
Mhm.
The Yakuza games just have a fancy name for it. But yeah, so that's basically what I've been playing for the last time since we've recorded. Just that. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, kind of a short week for us because we just recorded last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because somebody put a holiday in our recording schedule.
Yep.
How dare they? Speaking of holidays, Christmas is on a Wednesday this year.
Yeah.
I hate
Weird.
that.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, like right in the middle of the week.
So, yeah. Because, like, the way my work schedule is going to play out is go to work Monday, have Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve, and the day this episode goes live, off. Have Wednesday, Christmas Day off, and then go back to work for Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend
Yeah.
again. And then the following week, go to work Monday, have New Year's Eve off, have New Year's Day off, go back to work or Thursday, Friday. It's like these next 2 weeks are going to be so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's gonna be weird too.
they are going to be
I
the
don't-
Monday. They're going to be the Mondayest Mondays of all time. It's like, oh, your Monday's not bad enough. What if your Monday was also a Friday, but not actually Friday because you're not actually done working this week?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, holidays. They be like that sometimes.
Mhm.
It's nice not having to work them though.
Yes.
That's still a massive
Well-
improvement over the Burger Factory life.
Yeah, over here in grocery store land, I still have to work New
Uh,
Year's Eve and day and Christmas
Aw.
Eve, but
at least you're
I don't
not
mind
like,
Christmas Eve too much because I just
Yeah.
request the day after Christmas off anyway. So
yeah,
nobody's in the stores in Boxing Day.
because they're all going to the retail side of grocery,
Mm-hmm.
which you just
Return
work
their
in a
stuff.
grocery. Yes, because that's why it's called Boxing Day. It's the day you put everything back in the box and take it back.
Or put the Christmas decorations in a box.
I've always been under the impression that it's the day that you box up all the gifts that you don't want and you take them back to the store and return them.
Mhm.
That was the explanation that I had gotten from my Canadian family members. So
Yeah.
I've also heard that
Because-
like there used to be boxing matches on Boxing Day.
that would not surprise me. Boxing Day boxing matches. It's a good day to binge the Rocky series. Anyway, it's time for our Hey Listeners segment.
Hey, listen!
Each episode, we ask our Discord members a prompt based on the topic of the episode for them to respond to. And if you, the listener, would like to join the fun, there's a link to our Discord down below. And we hope to see you there. Got 2 write-ins this week. Obviously, we're talking about Halo Combat Evolved, so we just asked for the memories of the Halo and the evolved combats and stuff. And first writing comes from Sheik, who writes, my favorite memory was playing a, air quotes, pirated version of the game. years after it was released, and everyone in multiplayer was from Brazil. Great times. Microsoft, if you are reading this, that was a joke. Yeah, that's the funny thing about like modern day like classic Halo multiplayer. It's not so much like the Master Chief Collection, but like if you go on and you try to play like OG Halo 1 PC multiplayer, yeah, it's like everybody on there is like from Mexico, Brazil, and just like just like everybody speaking Spanish. It's
Interesting.
wild. I think actually I had an experience like that with Halo 3 back in the day also. It was like trying to play Halo 3 multiplayer in like 2012 and like everybody was speaking Spanish.
Huh.
It was wild.
I mean, that checks out. The South American, Central American regions seem to be behind the times, but also like very much enjoying the classic gaming market.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Tectoy still sells licensed Sega Master Systems and Sega Genesis.
Genesis
Master System or Mega Drives.
Mega.
Yeah, there we go.
See, they had it right. And then Sega of America had to be cool and mess it up and make it harder to say plural.
Yeah. Genesis, the origin, the second console that they had in the North American market. They just didn't tell us about the other one.
Yeah. I didn't know the Master System was a thing.
Yeah,
I mean, that's probably why they changed the name of the Mega Drive, to be perfectly honest, because the Genesis is a lot more marketable.
Yeah.
Like, you ever wonder why you never heard of the Master System growing up? Probably because it was called the Master System.
Yeah.
Plus us Americans are too dumb anyway.
Yeah.
What's a Master System? Anyway. Got one more write-in who comes from Jazzy, who writes, I honestly don't have many thoughts on Halo. It's fine. Y'all know I'm a certified PlayStation fanboy, so I never really got into these Xbox exclusives. The first time I played Halo was like 6 or 7 years ago, so there's no nostalgia for me. I wouldn't have been able to play it as a kid even if I did have an Xbox though, because my parents regulated my gaming collection till I went off to college. The gunplay feels decent. A little arcadey for my taste, but at the same time, you get cool Covenant weapons like the Needler and that energy sword thing that's not actually in Halo 1, Jazzy.
Rip.
I'll forgive you because you explained yourself. Jazzy continues. I absolutely understand why Haler.
It's one of those Halo games that we're talking about.
Well, them there Halo games, you know, with the covenants and the warthogs. You see these toe hooks? They look like tusks. What kind of animal has tusks? A walrus. Didn't I just tell you to stop making up animals? That's not going to be the first. That's not going to be the last Red versus Blue quote in this episode.
Yeah.
I can promise you that. But anyway, back to Jazzy. I absolutely understand why Halo is as popular as it is. I just wasn't part of that big Halo boom. So to me, it's just kind of there. And I have to say, that is like the most lukewarm comment I've ever read in my life. It's there. That's cool. It's there. All right. Thank you, Jazzy. Thank you, Sheik. Thank you for your write-ins. Now, let's get on to the main topic. That there Halo Combat Evolved. I reckon, tell you what. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cut the pillow talk, you two. This ain't no ice cream social.
Red versus Blue.
Yeah, so let's just start there. This game
Go for it.
basically created Machinima.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it was just those guys at Rooster Teeth there just goofing around one day, and suddenly they discovered that in the original Halo, if you are pointing your gun all the way at the floor, and it works. It's more exaggerated with certain weapons than other ones. Like it
Makes
works
sense.
best with the pistols, like the plasma pistol and just the Magnum.
Yep.
But if you are pointing your gun straight at the floor, then there was a bug in the animation for the player's body because they didn't think when they were programming it what the player's body is doing, because they only cared about what was on screen, and it was a first person game.
Yeah.
So from a first person perspective, nothing's wrong. But then as soon as you have somebody else in the mix, like a co-op partner or a multiplayer teammate, they happen to notice that when your gun is pointed all the way at the floor with a pistol, your character's face is actually facing directly forward still. And as you bring it back up to center, the head kind of does a little bit of a bob. So they were able to kind of figure out this way to make that into a makeshift talking animation for characters, and then they made an entire show around that.
Yeah.
And Red vs. Blue was born off of a silly animation bug in this game.
No, it's the little things.
It's the little thing. They did, God, I don't even know how many seasons. I think it's done now because Rooster Teeth is gone,
Rest in
unfortunately.
peace.
But I have the 10th anniversary Blu-ray box set that goes up to season 10.
Mhm.
I mean, I think there's probably like 15 or 16 seasons, I want to say. Might be more than that. I don't know. I fell off after season 10. I think just because I wasn't really a fan of the direction it was going after that point. Up to season 10, it was awesome. And then I just kind of fell off. But yeah, those first 3... Yeah, it was the first 3 seasons were made with Halo 1. And then season 4, kind of midway through season 4, Halo 2 came out. And they did this fun thing with like time travel, basically. And that's how they explained making the jump from Halo 1 to Halo 2. Actually pretty brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, look, we're from the future. Everything is shiny here.
Huh. That's interesting.
A timeline. Time isn't made out of lines. It's made out of circles. That is why clocks are round. Oddly enough, I actually started with season 3 of Red vs. Blue back in the day.
You can believe that.
It's like, and it starts out with Caboose and Sarge teaming up in Beaver Creek, and there's a bunch of religious fanaticists that are playing an eternal game of capture the flag. And they are absolutely insane. And then it spawned the amazing line, "My name is Michael J. Caboose, and I hate babies. Your toast has been burned, and no amount of scraping will remove the black part." Caboose trying to be intimidating, but it's Caboose.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, Sergeant, I can beat them. I just need to think about bad things, like Red Bull or chickens with spikes on them. It's just going to turn into a Red versus Blue episode.
Halo
that
Ghost.
one game, Red versus Blue.
That one game, Red versus Blue. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I remember like circling back to Halo, the game.
Mhm.
The first time I ever played this game, it was naturally at my friend's house where I played many games for the first time. It's where I played Ocarina of Time for the first time, where I played things like Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VII for the first time, and also, naturally, where I played Halo for the first time was over there. And we were just watching his brother play one day, and then he turned on the multiplayer, handed us both controllers, and was like, all right, let's go, and just proceeded to murder us both. But then I was hooked instantly because it just was so fun to play. And then when his brother was off at work, my buddy and me played through the campaign co-op. Just over and over and over again. This was like the only game that we played when I was over at his house for months. Just we played through the campaign and then we'd start over again.
It's so good.
It's so good. And honestly, playing through it, carrying Neil through his first time playing through this game over the last week, like, has kind of reminded me. I think this is my favorite Halo game, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a lot of nostalgia that plays into that, obviously, but I mean, I have nostalgia for all three of the first three because I've had unique, fun experiences with all three of those first three games, and then I've had fun with Reach and 4 as well. But those first three were obviously, I mean, they're the big trilogy.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that just everything about Halo 1 I love. I love how janky it can be at times. I love how goofy.
Yeah.
Like, I love how goofy it is. Like, both intentionally and unintentionally so because of how janky it is.
Some of it comes from the jank, but also the storyline was not completely taken seriously.
Yeah, it's like, it was like, there were definitely some moments where, like, Master Chief is a very different person in Halo 1 than he is in 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like, they really, really kind of cranked up the I'm just a badass guy in a suit with some mental health issues for the later games in the series. But in Halo 1, he was really expressive. He was kind of goofy. He was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, this robot's gonna help us. He's gonna turn on this weapon that kills the Flood. Cortana's like, no, you idiot. The weapon doesn't kill the Flood. It kills you. The Flood's food.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you mean the robot lied to me? Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, that sort of like shock reveal of like this ring that we're on kills everyone
Yeah.
is a hell of a twist.
The second half
like,
of this game is just crazy.
Yeah. And, kind of like you said, it's like there's change to Chief's character in 2 and 3. It's like, well, before Halo 2 and Halo 3, like, they weren't aware of the Flood and the crushing weight of knowing that there is this, space fungus that is hell-bent on, assimilating everything.
Hellbent on eating food. Parasite.
Yep. Very disgruntled cordyceps.
Yeah. I thought we were talking about Halo. You're describing The Last of Us. I guess I've never really viewed the Flood as fungal. They're definitely weird.
Yeah.
And I guess now that you mention it, they do kind of have like some of them have like
they're parasitic and they transmit by spores, so I've just kind of always associated them as being fungus-like.
Yeah, some of them do kind of have like a flower growth on them, like on the bodies they take over. Like, I think the elites especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got like little feelers.
But yeah, it's kind of back to the storytelling. I sure love how like you're on such a sort of like, adrenaline. You're the hero. You're gonna save humanity and beat the Covenant. Like going to the end of assaults on the control room, and then it just flips a switch and it's like, we're all doomed.
Yeah.
At the end of the next level when the Flood are introduced.
Yeah, it very much it turns into a survival horror game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely say my ears perked up as soon as like the Flood bit shows up. Otherwise I was just kind of like, okay, this is just a army story, not super into this kind of thing. And then the Flood show up and it's like, oh, sci-fi, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the way it introduces them as well is like,
Yes.
if you're going into that blind, not knowing that this is a thing, just the way they introduce that is just so cool. Like that entire cutscene is like it's like a
Uh-huh.
flashback of a camcorder of a guy's helmet cam
Mhm.
right up to his final moments. Like it goes all the way to them going down into this facility, and then like all of the stuff leading up to it, and then eventually the flood breaking free and attacking and killing an entire squadron of soldiers.
Oh, and we
Mhm.
can't forget like the horrifyingly traumatized Marine that you find before you pick up the helmet cam.
Yeah.
He's like
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
he just sees anything, aka you, and just starts shooting. Don't come near me.
Yeah. Yeah. I was getting a little bit of Bioshock vibes from that bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
Of,
kind
like,
of
the people
stood there.
Here are meta
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they've
Yeah, we-
seen some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we just kind of stood there and let him go. And he has quite a lot of voice lines before he actually kind of just stops talking and then just keeps shooting at you until either put him out of his misery or you just go away.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of impressed with how many lines the guy had.
Yeah.
Going back to the camcorder bit, that's a really clever like mechanic. Just because like this is a first-person game, so it's
Mhm.
literally like you could totally see yourself doing all the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool how they set that up where like Chief interfaces with like the heads up display in his helmet and
Mm-hmm.
puts the character perspective right in your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, now imagine yourself at the ripe old age of 11, maybe 12. I might have been 12 by the time I first played it. It came out at the end of the year, 2001, so I might not have played it until early spring, maybe even the summer for the first time of 2002. But imagine for the first time at the ripe old age of 11 or 12 playing through this game back in 2001, 2002 and getting to that scene.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Lasting impression right there. Just that was
Yeah.
so legendary. It was spooky, it was scary. It completely transforms the game and how you play it.
Yeah.
Because the
Mhm.
Flood are an entirely like the Covenant. I mean, there are certain enemies within the Covenant, like the hunters and stuff, that you have to employ some form of strategy to combat.
Mhm.
But for the most part, they are basically you just gun them down. And
Mhm.
yeah, technically you also just kind of gun down the Flood, but depending on what weapons you're using, they
You're
aren't going to
either in
stay
for a
dead.
good time or a bad time.
Like Covenant weapons are almost useless against them.
Yeah.
And unless you're shooting them properly, like in a specific spot to destroy the actual like parasite itself when they die, they just get back up again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the shotgun is. If the shotgun wasn't good enough, the shotgun becomes, as if it wasn't already the best gun in the game, the shotgun becomes the best gun in the game once the Flood come out.
Yeah. I mean, I also love how the appearance of the Flood and the appearance of the shotgun goes hand in hand with each other.
Yeah, they're kind of made for each other.
Yeah.
It's like it's dangerous
It's
to
when
go.
the game shifts from Call of Duty into Doom.
Yeah, it was like that's basically like the Zelda getting the sword. It's dangerous.
Yep.
It's dangerous to go low and take the shotgun
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I also just love in the Covenant, even in like really like high octane like battles and stuff, it's always manageable. But the Flood gets so overwhelming and out of control. Like they live up to their name. They
Yeah.
get so overwhelming so quickly, especially on higher difficulties.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we were just playing on Neil and I were just playing on easy because we wanted to get through experience the whole game with a little bit of as little of a stumbling through it as possible, just for time's sake.
Mhm.
But I mean, I've played this game on Legendary through the years, obviously, and stuff.
Mhm.
But just on the higher difficulties, it gets so just tense. It gets scary, honestly, because there's just so much and you're so low on ammo at times because you're just gunning these things down over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then
When
you
I
get
was-
one
When I was
too
playing
many.
through, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, when I was playing through the library on this playthrough on normal, this was actually the very first time on any difficulty level that I've played through Halo 1 on that I managed to get through the library without running out of shotgun ammo once.
Nice. Yeah, the library especially, that is a infamous level.
Yeah.
That's the level you get to in this game and you're like, here we go. It's time for the library. By the way,
The flood
not bad
show
on
up and
easy.
it's sink or swim.
Yeah. Not bad on easy actually.
Yeah.
No, it sure
I think we
wasn't.
beat that. I think we beat that level in like honestly like 20 minutes.
Yeah, something like
easy?
that.
Yeah,
Like-
not bad.
I mean, obviously it's easy mode. So I'm not sitting here like
Right.
being like, oh, I'm some like awesome badass beating this in like 20 minutes. But no, it's like on easy mode, you can just run all the way to the end, wait for the robot to do his thing, and then continue run all the way to the end. Like they pose
Yeah.
so little of a threat to you in the interim that like if they get a cheap shot in on you, it doesn't really do enough damage to you for you to warrant you having to actually turn around, address them, kill them, and then move on. So so we were like sprinting through that level. It was like, oh, this is kind of nice. I thought the library was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's still the level we died the most in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For
The
sure.
flood will do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also jumped down a hole I wasn't supposed to jump down, so
Yeah. What was the level we were on where you were going down in an elevator and I was following you, and instead of waiting for the elevator to activate again, I just jumped down the elevator shaft.
I think it had to be Assault on the Control Room or the one where you're backtracking.
Was that the
one of those two?
Was that the one with
No,
the clip?
no, that was a different one. No, I mean it might have been the same level, but it was a different instance of that.
Yeah,
I think it was that same elevator though.
Yeah, but somewhere in the level setting of Assault on the Control Room / Two Betrayals.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was probably Two Betrayals. I think of it because Two Betrayals also had a lot of like flying around in the Banshees and stuff because you had to go and like blow up all the reactors.
Yeah, a bit disappointed in the damage model for the Banshees in Halo 1 versus like Halo 2 and onward. That didn't seem like you could clip the wings off them like you could in the later games.
Yeah,
which meant that you couldn't get them stuck in places that they shouldn't be.
Well, a lot of the vehicles didn't really have visual damage indication. I think the Banshee was really the only one that had like a visual damage indicator as it like wore.
Yeah, and that was
The
just
other
like
ones-
smoke came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe the front end gets dented on the ghosts, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something that they did a lot of improvement on in Halo 2. But also some of the vehicles in Halo 2 just don't feel as good as they do in Halo 1. That's actually a thing with a lot of things in the following games in the series is like certain things, while they do overall make improvements across the board as the franchise progresses, like there are just certain things that just never feel as good as they did in the original game.
You mean like one of the most infamous nerfs in video game history with the Magnum?
Uh-huh. Remember what they took from us.
Yep. And then when we thought that we were going to get it back in Combat Evolved Anniversary, we still didn't.
I mean, it's back in Anniversary, because Anniversary is just Halo 1 with a shiny coat of paint.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yeah, literally all they did for Anniversary was update the graphics. It's all, everything under the hood is the same game. But
Well, this is old memories from high school.
it might have
era,
been the
so
anniversary multiplayer.
that might be what I'm thinking.
Probably, yeah, that might be what you're thinking of because I think the anniversary multiplayer was updated a bit because I think that ran off of whatever the modern Halo was at the time. I think
Yeah.
the anniversary multiplayer ran off of that game engine. So that's probably what you're thinking of because the campaign was
Yeah.
actually just like one for one the Halo 1 campaign, everything from the only thing they did was put a new graphics layer on it.
Yeah. It was probably running off of Reach's multiplayer model.
It was.
'cause that was
it-
2010.
I think it was. Yeah, yeah. It was probably Reach. God, I haven't played Halo 1 anniversary multiplayer in a while.
I don't think I've played Halo multiplayer since Master Chief Collection released on PC, and we would play that at lunch.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I discovered
Except
a new.
for the part where Colin just flat out carried me in any firefight match that we were in. I'm really bad.
Yeah.
I found a new favorite game type for Halo 1 multiplayer in the Master
Oh,
Chief Collection,
boy.
though. It's oh god, I forgot what the game type is called, but it's only shotguns, no shields. It is just it is insane. I played like 3 matches of it a couple weeks ago, and it was
Oh.
such a blast. Like
No
Norm-
shields. Ooh.
yeah. Yeah. So like and the Halo 1 shotgun, it's got good spread.
He's got good spread.
It's got good spread.
It's got
but-
good range for a
but it's got
shotgun,
good
too.
range as well. So when you drop the shields, that thing's actually really deadly at a pretty sizable distance.
Yeah. I mean,
And
even just like in the campaign, like one shot up close would break an elite's shield, and then one more shot would usually kill them.
yeah,
The shotgun
But-
don't mess around.
yeah, yeah. So it's so I had some good fun with that. I typically gravitate towards SWAT, which is basically again no shields, and then the only weapons that you have available to you are precision weapons, which just means that they are capable of a headshot. Which oddly enough, I don't know. Yeah, like the Magnum or the battle rifle or the
Sniper.
DMR sniper rifle, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I prefer that nowadays over classic Halo multiplayer just because it's faster. It's
Yeah.
like I mean, it's just a lot more faster paced. Like I'll always love the classic just 4v4 arena style multiplayer
Yeah.
and stuff that I grew up with. But once I discovered SWAT, it's like once you start on that path, you can't go back. It's so good.
Yeah.
Even when you get absolutely demolished, it's just like this is so good. It's like you spawn and immediately you get headshot. It's like, yeah, that's fine. Cause like 2 minutes later, you're gonna do that to somebody else. So it's like
Right.
this is fine.
Mhm.
This is I love how frantic it feels and like how quickly the life expectancy in that game type is very, very short.
Mhm.
So once you get it, and then but it's also like if you get a good streak going, you can rack up a pretty sizable kill streak pretty easily because you don't have to blow through somebody's shields in order to take them out. And I got really good, especially back in the Halo 4 days. I got really good on certain maps that had like a perimeter that you could walk around, essentially. I would just walk around the perimeter of the map in one direction the entire match, and I'd have my gun pointed at exactly the height of a player's head. And I just, as soon as they come into, it's a reflex game at that point.
Yeah.
And I also enjoyed that. So, once you go SWAT, you don't go back.
Yeah. And honestly, I kind of agree with that sentiment because, like, as cool as this, like, built from scratch game engine that Bungie put together for this game is, it does feel slow.
Yeah, especially by like, and I mean, you think about other arena shooters of the time. I mean, you're
Yeah,
looking at Quake 3 and you're looking at like, I mean, Doom did
Unreal Tournament.
Doom had yeah, and Doom had multiplayer, didn't it back then?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, those were all very fast games. So Halo
yeah,
was a little bit more like slowed down and strategic, where
yeah,
those were really, really fast, frenetic type games. So like SWAT really brought in it didn't bring the movement speed, but it brought like just the time to kill speed.
yeah, and yeah, like I think that was one thing that I didn't really care for back when I like was playing through the campaigns of all the original games. It's just kind of how slow aiming felt on controller. But then I realized that's more of just uh, inherent. You're using a controller thing,
Mhm.
which probably doesn't help my like multiplayer skills because I used to play with the aim sensitivity cranked
Mm.
because just wouldn't the reticle wouldn't move as fast as I wanted it to.
Well, it's like that's also part of the thing with Halo 1 in particular and just like well, the Halo series is like aim assist in console FPSs didn't really come about until Halo.
Yeah,
And that's one of the big ways that it kind of revolutionized the genre for console was that addition of aim assist and then obviously the way that aiming just functioned in the game was
yeah,
also a way that the game innovated because before Halo, you didn't really have the traditional like left stick moves and strafes and then right stick is your camera control type deal that you have with modern shooters that originated in this game as well.
well, it was one of the first.
Yeah.
I think the first was some Alien franchise game, if I remember correctly.
I mean Halo has aliens.
Yeah,
It's the Alien franchise. The franchise with aliens.
yep,
Ah, yes. The poison made for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah. Um
Yeah, it was like it was on like the PlayStation 2 or maybe the PlayStation 1.
Wait, is it that PS1 Aliens game that broke that you can like jailbreak your PlayStation with? Is it that one?
It might be.
Nice. Where was I going? But another fun piece of trivia with Halo 1 though is just I liked to joke around back when the PC ports of Master Chief Collection started. And they did them piecemeal. They didn't do like the whole Master Chief Collection all at once. They did it one game at a time, and
Yeah,
naturally that started with the first game. But back then, my favorite thing to joke around is that it was my favorite PC port of an Xbox One port of an Xbox game of a PC port of a Mac game of a I forget the exact order. It's been a while. But anyway,
yeah,
uh Halo Combat Evolved originally was in development for the Macintosh.
I
yep,
was aware of this.
And that's when and then like Bungie was having some issues with their budget at the time. They were at risk of bankruptcy. They convinced Microsoft to buy them.
yeah,
And that was somewhere in that exchange, the decision was made to port Halo instead to the Xbox, which Microsoft was prepping for its launch.
Of
Mhm.
course,
And
they were
then,
having financial trouble at the time. They were Mac game developers.
yeah, but
Which,
so,
not to knock on Bungie there, because like the marathon games are cool,
yeah,
but they were also Mac games, which kind
Mhm.
of limits your audience.
it was like the funny thing is like it started as a Mac game,
Mhm.
got ported into an Xbox game, launched as an Xbox game, was then ported to PC, and then the PC port was ported back to Mac, and then that same PC port was then ported to the Xbox One, and then that same PC port that was ported to Xbox One was ported back to PC.
Oh God.
And then ported back to Mac, I think also. I think it's come full circle.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It was just the history of this game is so funny. And it wasn't originally a first-person shooter. That came around very late in development. It was originally, before a first-person shooter, it was a third-person action game. Before that, it was in its original incarnation when they were developing it for the Macintosh. It was an RTS, like full-on, like isometric RTS.
Wild.
And then as they were developing it, they were like playing around with camera perspectives. And there were things like, well, what if you could actually, like, the player could actually, like, drive these vehicles instead of, like, clicking on them and telling them to go somewhere. So that was when, like, the third person thing came into the equation. And then they were like, well, playing around more with camera perspectives is like, what if we made the player feel even more like they are this person? And then they finally settled on the first person perspective that it came to be known as. But then you still get the pan out to third person whenever you're riding in the vehicle. But I guess in hindsight, I never really connected these dots, but Halo Wars makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
In hindsight.
Yeah, it's almost sort of like the original Vision.
Yeah, in a way. Still, I have never played those.
Yeah, me neither.
One of these days, I have an Xbox with Game Pass. I'm pretty sure I could figure out how to make it work. I think they're on Game Pass. I don't know. Pretty sure they are. Whatever. Anyway, we're talking about Halo 1.
Yep.
The one that used to be an RTS, not the one that is an RTS.
Yep. Yeah. You guys have fun getting vehicles stuck where they shouldn't be.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The amount of times that I died because Colin was derping around with a vehicle.
It's so much more fun doing co-op campaign.
It is. The vehicle collision with players in this game is so ridiculous. It's like if you get touched, you're dead. You're just dead. The amount of times that I tapped Neil with the corner of the wing of my Ghost and killed him.
Yeah.
It was so good. So it's stuff you can't even get mad at because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like you just can't help but laugh. It's like, okay. Well, I'll just wait for you to respawn again. Next time, stand 3 feet away from me at all times when I'm riding in the vehicle.
Yep.
Yes, it's sort of that same feeling that I talk about with like Sonic 06 of like it's bad, it shouldn't be doing this, but it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and like taking things where they don't belong. I mean, it's
yes.
It's a classic thing that I have done ever since I was a kid playing this game. And Silent Cartographer, which is the 4th level in the game.
Yep.
When you get the Warthog, you take that thing everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Even if it doesn't look like that thing's gonna fit through that hole, it fits.
Everywhere.
And you take it with you. Everywhere.
Yep.
There's a structure that you basically, like, it's barely wide enough for a Warthog to fit through it, but I mean, it fits. You take it down this little shaft and then you park it right in front of this door that you're going to need to go through later. But first you had to backtrack because they locked it. Well, the trick is, because when that door unlocks, there's a guy with the sword sitting there waiting to jump you.
Yep.
Well, if you take a Warthog and you have an NPC guy in the turret, and you just drive it casually down there because it fits, park it in front of that door, That's another thing that's really impressive about this game is the object permanence in it.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
once everything spawns in, it is there. It does not like despawn as soon as you like leave a certain area. Like that level, when things spawn in, they're there. And it's so you can exploit that
Uh-huh.
because you can just take this NPC in the turret of your Warthog down there, drop it in front of this door. Then you go all the way to the other side of the level to do the next objective, and he's still there when you
Mhm.
complete that objective, and you see him just kind of chilling in the cutscene that plays out when that door opens, and that
Yeah.
elite sits there with the sword. And he kind of bugged out for us when we did it this time, so we didn't get the joy of him gunning down that elite in the cutscene, unfortunately, because for whatever reason he decided to get out. He must have gotten bored. Maybe we derped around too long. I don't know. But like there have been times where like as soon as that cutscene shows up, that door opens, our guy starts gunning down that elite sitting there, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. And you know what the best part is? This isn't even like a feature of Master Chief Collection. This was how it is on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had some pretty impressive
Yeah.
tech going out, considering how shoddily everything kind of came together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, they go ahead.
The original Xbox is essentially just like a Windows 98 gaming PC, except like they were using a cut down version of Windows 2000 instead. But, you know, it's more or less an off the shelf Pentium 3 with 64 megs of RAM, an NVIDIA graphics card, and a 10 gig hard disk. It's like, which, you know, like that's really impressive for like all that we got out of Halo on that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there was also a fun moment in Assault on the Control Room, taking vehicles where they don't belong, where I think this is probably one of the first times in the game where you get to drive a ghost, because all the other times,
Yep.
by the time you see one spawn in, it's already got an elite right next to it, and he gets to it first.
Yeah. I think the
So
only
this-
mission that they appear in before that is Silent Cartographer.
Yeah. So this is one of the first times that like they purposely give you a ghost.
Yeah.
And well, the area that they give you to drive the ghost around in isn't really that big, but there's a nice little structure base. There's a facility that you have to go in to get to the control room. That conveniently the ghost just kind of fits through the door. I mean, it doesn't have to struggle like the Warthog did
Yeah.
in the Silent Cartographer. It just fits through the door.
The ghost fits into so many more spaces it shouldn't.
It's much smaller. And then you can drive it all the way through this place, and then you eventually get to an elevator. And the room right before the elevator, because of the way the camera works, it's like a very low ceiling.
Yep.
And because the camera's panned out so far to you to be in the ghost, it actually clips the camera through the ceiling, and you see all the geometry around it, and it's hilarious. But then you can take your ghost and drive it onto this elevator, and then if you're playing co-op, you can just have your buddy push the button on the elevator.
Yep.
And then you ride the elevator in the ghost until you don't.
Yep.
Eventually, I don't know if if it like momentarily phases because it's like loading that next portion of the level or what exactly happens, but eventually you get to a certain point where you think everything is going fine. You're going to ride this ghost to the top of this elevator, and then you're going to drive it through the rest of this level, and then it just clips through the elevator, and you fall all the way down to your death, screaming all the way down.
Yep. That's the real enemy of this game. Not the Covenant, not the Flood, the Collision.
Yep. But hoo boy. You have some fun with the vehicles in this game.
Yeah.
And like the tank.
Even just as intended, like taking the Scorpion through Assault on the Control Room is great.
It's so fun.
Like, especially because
really
you can get a whole firing team to sit aboard it with you.
Yeah, one of them is Sarge.
Yeah.
Except he broke canon and died for us.
Yeah, the
Oh,
first time you
man.
tried it, he died.
And then shortly after that, Neil died and he wouldn't respawn.
Oh
Uh-huh.
no.
Sarge
Broke
dying.
canon.
Sarge dying broke canon and caused a shit like
Oh no.
some kind of like
You caused a
flux.
continuum shift.
Yeah. Yes. So like him dying made it so that like Neil dying, he couldn't come back to life because we were missing part of, we were missing Sarge. So we had to
Halo
restart from the checkpoint.
Continuum shift extend coming from Arc System Works never.
Like I even tried to like go to like other checkpoints further down in the level to see if he would respawn at a checkpoint. Never respawned
Oh
for like
no.
4, 5 checkpoints. He would not respawn. I was like, okay, what the heck? So I hit reload from checkpoint and that took us all the way back to the one before he died.
Oh man.
Like, wow, Sarge dying really broke the game for us, I guess. I
I
don't
guess he
think
really
that,
would have been your daddy.
yeah. It's weird how, I mean, they obviously didn't really intend for him to become a major character until well after into Halo 2 when he was actually playing a big role in Halo 2. Like he was just kind of like the Sarge guy, like the generic Sarge guy in the first game.
Yep.
Then he had that have you guys ever seen that post-credit scene? The Easter egg scene?
I think I've looked it up because I am too bad at this game to complete Legendary solo.
Yeah, it's like you're escaping the Halo ring at the end of the game, and right before it blows up, the camera like zooms in on this random spot on the ring, and it's just Sarge and this random elite hanging out.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure they hug right before the Halo ring blows up or something. But like, wait a minute. Sarge is in Halo 2, but they show him die on the ring? I don't know.
Yeah. Probably the biggest sort of continuity weirdness between the two games.
Right.
Which, yeah. Should I spoil that?
What?
Well,
Please don't. We might do Halo 2 down the line.
But we already played. You watched us play Halo 2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because weren't you there when Jazzy and I streamed it?
I
you
was.
were.
I don't know how much I was paying attention to it.
Halo 2.
That's a good game too.
That is a great game.
Well, Halo, good game. Halo 2, good game. 2.
Good game 2.
Yeah, except they took the battle rifle away from us.
You mean the assault rifle?
Yeah.
And they gave us the battle rifle,
Yeah.
which is better. I used to love the assault rifle, but the older I've gotten,
Yeah.
it's just
The better I've gotten at aiming, the more you appreciate it.
it's just it's okay, but I just immediately swapped to the pistol.
Yeah.
And the only time I use the assault rifle is when I'm out of ammo with my pistol.
Yeah. It's just so much easier to shoot once and just nail them in the head.
Yep.
Or yeah, if it's a hunter, like nail them in their video game weak spot.
Yeah, like even in easy mode, the assault rifle just feels so weak.
Yeah. It comes in handy for like just being a lot of bullets all at once to like break an elite's shield.
Mhm.
But then as soon as that shield's broken, you switch to the Magnum and just one shot.
Mm-hmm. Or you hit them.
Yeah.
Break shield melee.
Yep.
Very handy. But also a cool thing that you can do in this game with like swapping weapons and stuff is like the way that they programmed reloading.
Yeah.
Because the way reloading works in this game for most weapons is in the animation for the reload sequence. When the new clip touches the bottom of the gun, that's the point where the reload kicks in. So you can actually save a little time and almost cancel that animation in a way by swapping to another gun right when that clip hits the bottom of your gun
Yeah.
when you're reloading. And if you switch back, the like ready weapon animation is still shorter than those final frames of the reload animation. So it's just kind of like a little bit of a trick for faster reloading and stuff. It's more useful in multiplayer than it is in
that makes sense.
campaign, but it's still fun to do.
Yeah. I guess speaking of reloading and, more stroking the ego of the Halo 1 shotgun, I love that you can just kind of continuously reload it while you're using it.
Yeah.
And like you can just be like mid reloading and then just like pop off a shot, slam fire if you need to ASAP. Man, the other day I was actually talking with Neil before we started doing episode planning for this episode. I was reading up on the details of the Halo shotgun because, well, I mean, I just recently got back into hunting myself, so we're in the limited firearm zone of Michigan, so you have to either use straight wall cartridge or rifle cartridges less than 2 inches in length, or shotgun of either a smoothbore or rifled barrel variety. So, like, standard deer hunting firearm is your 12 gauge pump action shotgun. The M90 Cause, the Halo shotgun, is an 8 gauge shotgun, which, for those not familiar with barrel gauges for firearms, the smaller the number, the bigger the bullet.
It's got good spread.
Yeah. It's not quite like a buckshot round from that would be like a pile of deer slugs, but like it fits a lot of pellets and takes a lot of gunpowder. Like historically 8 gauge shells could be up to 4 inches in length. And last time I went target shooting with my dad for sighting in firearms, the deer slugs that we were using for that were like 3-inch magnum slugs, and those hurt if if you don't have the butt like clamped to your shoulder, they will kick you very hard. Firing that shotgun would probably dislocate my shoulder. Also, a 12 round mag is crazy when hunting firearms cap out at like 5 in a tube magazine with 1 in the chamber. So 6 rounds, more or less. Yeah.
It's a big shotgun.
It's a big shotgun. It's got good spread.
It's got good spread. It's impressive that the regular Marines can handle that.
Yeah.
It makes sense for a super soldier like the Master Chief to be able to wield something like that.
Uh-huh. Like 8 gauge shotguns exist in the real world. They're in the territory of what is referred to as an elephant gun.
Big gun.
Yeah. Historically, they've even made them bigger, up to like a 2-bore.
Oh god.
Yeah. It's like at that point, you're like one step away from just firing a anti-tank rifle or a grenade launcher at an animal.
Big.
Historic hunting weapons are something. Yeah. Speaking of hunting, how did you like the hunters, Neil?
Which ones were those?
The ones with the big shield arms that had the
with the fuel
flank
rod
and
guns.
shoot from behind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We actually okay. So that reminds me that something really funny happened. In the first time you see them is on the level of the Truth and Reconciliation. It's the 3rd level in the game.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I knew that they were the first time they come down from the ship in that scene where you're supposed to go up the gravity lift to infiltrate the ship. And right before you can do that, you had to fight off a couple hunters for the first time. So I knew this was going to happen. So I intentionally hung back and just watched and to see how Neil would handle these two hunters for the first time.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
One of them killed the other one.
What?
Yeah.
That's right.
like-
I remember that.
I was like, what? It's like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like Neil's just kind of running around, like, and they're like firing at him, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then one of them got like directly behind the other and shot and just blew his buddy right out of the sky.
Oh.
It's like, are you kidding me? This is come on. It's like here I was thinking I was gonna be funny and letting Neil suffer with these two kind of difficult enemies for the first time facing them.
Uh-huh.
And one of them does the job for me. Just kills his buddy. He's like, I do this by myself. I'm gonna
Yeah.
you're dead.
See, originally I thought I was being clever, like waiting for them to try and swing at me and then stick them in the back with the plasma grenade, but it turns out even on normals you could just, magnum one
Yep.
shot.
They're very soft on the back.
Yeah.
On that little orange exposed spot on their backs. They're very
It's
soft.
actually because they're a sentient worm colony underneath all that armor plating.
Whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about the Covenant is they are not like an alien species. Like the Covenant are like a whole bunch of different species of alien that have come together to form this covenant
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
alliance. Yeah, and they have their own
Yeah.
like hierarchy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting lore in this franchise also.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah, like
They-
beyond the games, there's like who knows how many at this point novels.
yeah,
Set
I
in
own
the-
quite a few.
Yeah,
I haven't read them, of course, but I own them.
yeah.
That's a bad habit of mine. I buy books, but I don't read.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way too.
Highly recommend comic books.
I
It's easy to
do.
read.
those.
I was into the Transformers comics for a while, and I don't know what happened to all the ones I had.
I think for me, it's band biographies. What a surprise! It's like some sort of historical reference type material.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of the Halo novels. I've got some Star Wars novels. I've got the first three collections of the Amory Wars, which was the graphic novel that Coheed and Cambria based all of their albums off of. That was written by Claudio Sanchez, their vocalist. And then I've got like a bunch of Final Fantasy books, naturally, like art books and the Ultimania Archives, which is just a bunch of like interesting developer notes about all the different games and stuff. But yeah, I don't read much though. My justification for it, at least in high school, was I do all my reading in video games.
There you go.
But nowadays, all of my video games have voice acting.
Uh-huh.
And when they don't have voice acting,
Hi, I'm Lucas, and I still periodically read my A Practical Guide to Linux Commands, Editors, and Shell Programming by Mark G. Sobel from when I was in school for computer science from time to time.
yeah, that
That's
sounds
what
like
I
something
read.
you would do.
Is
I've
that
lost-
as like a resource more than anything, or is it just like because you enjoy it?
Casual reading material.
There you go.
I don't get it. It's like fiction doesn't interest me. Reference materials. Great.
Hey,
But
you
no,
should.
like the Halo universe, like genuinely interests me in terms of like world building and history and lore.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
it's
got some really cool
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in the modern era, the people behind creating the Halo games and just not so much like it seems like the only ones that still care about like truly respecting Halo now are the ones that write the novels because they are basically fans that are given the okay to
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
write for it and have it be considered official like material and stuff like that. But
They're keeping the faith alive, which is funny coming from a series that has like a large alien collective called the Covenant.
yeah, like you have like the Halo TV series showrunners being like, we don't know anything about the games. We're
They
proud of
were
that."
so
It's like,
proud of that, and it was
they were
absolutely disgusting.
and then you have the way that just the directions that 343 Industries, now rebranded into Halo Studios, has taken this franchise over the last decade. It's just like
Yeah.
makes me very thankful that Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, and 4 honestly are still readily available, perfectly
Mhm.
playable. They have a thriving online community to this day, thanks to the Master Chief Collection on both console and PC. So it's good that at least those are still there because I mean I've said it before. I after the fiasco with Infinite, I just firmly believe that Halo as a franchise, at least in games, ended at Halo 4.
Yeah.
That was the last true Halo experience to me.
Yeah.
It was good.
Metroid Prime 3 released in 2007. Halo 3 released in 2007. Halo 4 released in 2012. Metroid Prime 4 releasing 2025. But they've also had the sight of seeing Halo 5 and Halo Infinite come afterwards. So maybe Nintendo was on to something.
Maybe. Yeah, Halo 4 that actually released on my brother's birthday, and
Oh, happy birthday.
we went to the midnight release and came home and played almost all the way through the campaign. And then the next day, my mom came to pick him up, and I finished the campaign. Come to find out, we were like second to the last level from the end of the game. If we could have just powered through it,
Yeah.
we could have just beat the game in one sitting.
Yeah.
But that was the last time that you could do that with a Halo game, was Halo 4.
Yeah.
Halo 5 didn't have couch co-op.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Halo
Couch
Infinite,
co-op went the way of Commander Keys.
yeah, and Halo Infinite, they said after the reception of Halo 5 that split screen is going to be a priority for the next game. And wouldn't you know, they
Is that
lied.
lies? Yep.
Yep.
And then they even got it running
Yeah.
on the Xbox One version of the game.
Yeah.
Like it was there in the code. Like you could do an exploit to access it. Like it was there. It worked. There
And
may
they
have been
still
some.
tried to gaslight us into thinking
Yeah.
it was because the Xbox One
Yeah.
compatibility.
It's like, well, what is even going on here? It's like this is a core part of Halo's identity.
Yep.
Like, people may sit there and be like, okay, boomer, when it comes to couch co-op, is like, would you really use that function? It's like, that's not the point. This has been with the franchise since the inception of it. It's part of why it became so popular to begin with. It is its identity to be able to sit there and just enjoy the campaign with a friend, with a family member right there on the couch, right next to each other, same TV,
Yeah.
one
Mhm.
console, 2 controllers.
Yeah,
Like,
some of my best memories of Halo were playing couch co-op, whether it's like the first time I ever played Halo was at my like aunt and uncle's cabin in Manistee, I think it was. Or like years later after or like the summer that I graduated high school, me and my cousin Cameron ended up playing through Halo 1, 2, and 3. Just like hanging out with each other over the summer. And like I ran most of a couple of campaigns with Colin, and always fun to play Halo campaigns in multiplayer.
mhm. And they're even more fun in person.
Yeah.
But yeah, Halo is really good.
Yeah.
I love this game. And just every time I play it, I'm reminded how much I love it. Even when I had an absolutely terrible time playing some of the multiplayer, there was I tried one actual like traditional Halo 1 multiplayer match recently, and I got Beaver Creek,
Mhm.
and it was a capture the flag match. Beaver Creek is historically it is a very small map. So if the other team is coordinated enough, more so than your team anyway, they can basically just lock you down to your base and you're stuck there essentially. And that's what happened to me and my team
Mm.
when I played that match. It was painful, but I still love that game. I love that map because it is a
It's a
really fun map.
classic.
It is. Like Halo 1 gave us Blood Gulch.
Yeah.
So many just iconic maps and guns and just the multiplayer announcer guy, I mean, is iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the most iconic voices in gaming that doesn't really get credit where it's due sometimes, I feel. But it's like that guy.
I've seen clips of him like doing like line readings on Cameo, and some of those are solid gold.
Yeah.
Like nothing will get you laughing harder than like hearing the Halo announcer say skill issue.
Gained the lead, lost the lead, gained the lead, lost the lead. Enemy
Slave.
flag taken, enemy flag dropped, flag taken, flag dropped, flag returned, gained the lead, lost the lead. Killing streak.
Slayer. Team
Just-
Slayer.
Just absolutely iconic.
No made it.
But like, yeah, because you don't get that out of like Call of Duty. It's a Halo thing.
Yeah. It might be my like right up there behind Unreal Tournament for like favorite multiplayer shooters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like Unreal Tournament because it's a Twitch shooter, actually decent at it. But you know, you can't go wrong with Halo.
Dope. But anyway, closing thoughts before we wrap it up and get on out of here.
I love Halo Combat Evolved.
This was a ton of fun to play, even though I wasn't expecting. I don't know. Even though first-person shooters aren't really my genre, the co-op definitely made it much more palatable for me. So I'm glad we were able to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Halo co-op is legendary.
Yeah.
And as I've said, it's even better when you're playing in person, split screen on a couch. You
Yeah.
definitely do that sometime.
You should.
Yes. Yep.
Be very fun. I wish that you could do more than 2 players split screen,
Yeah.
but
Oh, is it one of those? Okay.
yeah, well, Halo 1 and 2 were just 2-player co-op, period.
Yeah.
But Halo 3 and Reach, I think, also had up to 4 players supported, but you could only do 2 per screen. So it required 2
interesting.
consoles to do up to
Yeah.
4 players.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
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 there's some sort of exploit that will let you do more than 2 players in Halo 3. But
Is there?
yeah,
Hmm.
some of the maps are kind of broken though.
Nice.
Specifically the ones with like the Cortana flashbacks.
Oh yeah.
Although apparently like later in the campaign, the ones where Gravemind's talking to you in sort of the same fashion, those are fine for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, just Windows things, I guess. I mean, yeah.
But anyway, I love this game. And as I said earlier in the episode, it's my favorite Halo.
I think
There's just a charm that this game has that the others don't. And for what it did for me and my like coming up as a gamer in my younger years, like playing this. I mean, I played GoldenEye and Perfect Dark before this, so it's
Yeah.
like it's not like it was my first person shooter. But it was just like it was so transformative at the time that it came out. Playing it right when it came out, just being there at the start of all of this was so impactful for me, and I will always be down for a run through this game's campaign.
yeah.
I'll always be down for some multiplayer, especially if we're doing some of that like that game mode that I stumbled across with the shotguns and no shields. Like that was just fun.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
anyway,
The classic Halo trilogy is like the Metroid Prime trilogy to me. Like 2 and 3 are good games, but 1 holds the specialist place in my heart.
yeah.
Except I can't sequence break nearly as good in Halo.
Yeah.
You know that spot you were telling us about in Silent Cartographer where you bring the warthog down to that zealot with the energy sword that just kind of stands there?
Yes.
I actually was just watching a video, I think it was either last night or the night before. Apparently, if you swing your warthog to, or like make a hard left as you're coming down that slope at full speed and disembark from the warthog, like as you're swinging, you can launch yourself through that door
Nice.
and skip a big chunk of the level.
Yeah, because you're skipping like literally an entire section.
Yep. And the best part is that zealot isn't programmed to do anything until after you've like unlocked the door the proper way. So he just stands there. Perfectly non-threatening.
Oh, that reminds me. So you remember when I said that when we did it for our playthrough, our gunner got out of the seat, so he didn't kill that zealot like he was supposed to.
Uh-huh.
Well, when we went through there, he wasn't there. So it was just like, huh, okay, well, maybe he did kill him then. It's just, okay. And then on the way back out, I got jump scared by that thing and he almost killed me. It's just all of a sudden there's this sword in my face and I'm like, whoa!
Yeah. My gunner stayed put, but I think it was actually because I managed to get the front end of the warthog through that door before it closed.
Nice.
Not quite far enough to get the warthog all the way through, but enough to clip the front in. So like because it was half clipped into terrain, it was shaking like a leaf.
Oh yeah.
When I got to the door opening cutscene, and you see the guy sitting in the warthog, he's just sitting there on the turret, just.
We had lots of cases of weapons like freaking out, like clipping through the ground and stuff. And they just like rotate like a rotisserie chicken, but the whole time they're going just Halo 1 bugs are so good.
Yeah. Much better than the Halo 2 bugs. Those things are awful.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on to our next segment, our weekly Link to the Past. Since this is an early record, our Link to the Past is actually going to be on the day this episode goes live, which is, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas!
Ooh.
Merry Chrysler.
So,
Merry
wouldn't you
Crisis.
know,
Happy Honda Days. Toyota-thon if you celebrate.
so wouldn't you know that on Christmas Eve of 1988, I believe this was in Japan. Yeah, this is a Japan release date. Mega Man 2 for the NES released in Japan. Yeah.
What?
You're welcome, Lucas.
Oh,
Man
Merry
2.
Christmas indeed. I love Mega Man 2. I think probably until just recently when I realized, oh, Mega Man 7 isn't actually as hard as I remember it. Mega Man 2 was my favorite in the classic series.
Mega Man 2 is the only classic Mega Man game I've beaten.
You need to fix that.
And I only beat it because I was playing the Legacy Collection with Rewind.
Yeah. And I guess since we're talking about anniversaries of Mega Man, it just recently it passed the 37th and 31st anniversaries of Mega Man 1 and Mega Man X1.
Yeah. And
Another
Capcom was
super
like,
fitting reason to talk about Mega Man 2 for our Link to the Past.
yeah, and like I saw a post from Capcom on Blue Sky tonight. And I responded to it because Capcom was like, "Hey, let's celebrate Mega Man's birthday. All of the Mega Man games, they're on sale everywhere. Yay, celebrate Mega Man's birthday." So my reply was, "When are we going to get to celebrate Mega Man's birthday with a new Mega Man game, Capcom?"
Yeah.
It's like you put these games on sale for every single sale. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of the people that are gonna buy them already bought them. Capcom,
Yeah.
Mhm.
we already own these ones. Capcom, give us new ones.
Look, just because Blue Sky is a much more friendly place than that other site doesn't mean we're not going to try and bully you into making a new Mega Man game. Finally.
Exactly.
You're a corporate entity and it's okay to bully those.
Yep.
Hmm.
Now give me my Mega Man.
There's a Mega Man episode of that Secret Level series that went
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I need to
This
watch that
week.
one.
I do too.
I do too.
Hey Neil, you should beat Mega Man too.
Maybe.
Mega Man.
Actually,
also.
I don't think I have the Legacy Collection of the classic games.
Gasp.
I own them multiple times because I also have them on the 3DS. Because I bought them when they were cheap before the stores closed.
Understandable.
I think it was like $2 for Legacy Collections 1 and 2 each.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah. Happy birthday, Mega Man
Happy
2.
birthday, Mega Man.
The Megaist man. Anyway, that's the end of episode 66. That's the end of 2024 podcasts.
Wow.
Woo!
Yeah.
Holy cow! This
2024 is almost over.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't know where it went.
Yeah.
will be entering our fourth year of podcasts.
It's
third year.
Probably I don't remember where, or I don't know where all of 2024 went because I spent like 4 months in a fog in Eorzea. I'm fine. It's fine.
Been a busy
Don't worry
year
about
for
it.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff.
It's admittedly one of the smoother job transitions I've been through.
Nice.
That's good.
Anyway, Lucas, where can they find you outside the podcast?
You can find me on Linktree at linktr.ee/karn_evil_999. It's got links to my Twitter that I don't use, so go follow me on Blue Sky instead, which I do use, and I'm actively posting on it, which is different.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing you in my. It's weird seeing you in my feed, and it doesn't have a Carn Evil 9 retweeted thing above it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we still see those two.
Yeah, Blue Sky is great. It's got that
really
feel.
good.
It's got that feel of Twitter, like it was back when I first signed up for it for a computer science project of all things.
Back
That's
before
right.
it became a grifter hell.
Yeah, back in 2011. But yeah, it actually it's a social media platform that feels good to use again finally. So I'm actively posting on it. Follow my progress on my Pokemon Monoblood playthroughs. You can also find me on YouTube, where I upload long plays of the games that we feature in our That One Game series of podcast episodes. Halo Combat Evolved going live when the episode does.
Hello.
And then, of course, we have links to join the podcast Discord and catch up on all of our past episodes. That's linktr.ee/Karn_evil_999.
And where can Neil be found outside the podcast?
On my Linktree, linktr.ee/VMK89. That's all. I'm not going to say anymore.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Tom.
And I also have links there in the trees. You can find them at linktr.ee/deliciousmorsels. I have a Blue Sky account, and it's cool. It's a lot better than Twitter. You should follow me there. Come hang out. Talk about video games. Come hang out in the Discord, because there's a link to that. Talk about video games. We talk about video games and we play video games. See, that's the important thing, because all the people on Twitter that talk about video games, they don't play video games, and that's why they're always mad about them.
Yep.
So, yeah. Coming up also on YouTube, my YouTube, youtube.com/@deliciousmorselsmusic has got some stuff coming up. Tomorrow, as of recording, is Final Fantasy's birthday.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So I did a thing that will be live by the time you're hearing this, because it goes live tomorrow as of recording, but by the time you're listening to this, it would have been 6 days ago. Anyway, that's how time works, if you didn't know. But yeah. So I went back to my cover of the battle theme from the original Final Fantasy game, and I touched it up a little. I did a little bit of a remixing, a little bit of re-recorded some parts. I swapped around, reamped some parts, some rhythm. So I put different amplifiers on my rhythm guitars to make them sound a little bit better, and basically just gave the whole thing another once over and brought it more up to the quality standard that I operate at now, just with what I've learned over the last 2 years since I originally recorded it and everything. So that'll be up tomorrow as of record. It's already up by the time you're listening to this. Again, that's how time works.
Mm.
But yeah, I addressed some issues that I just kind of always had with the initial mix of the song that I didn't really know until recently, learning how to mix things and stuff. How to Sega jump scare or mix of my Final Fantasy 1 battle theme is live now as of the time you're listening to this. And
did you
going
know that,
live,
Phantasy Star 1's anniversary is the day after?
you know, today, since we're talking about twos, is Final Fantasy 2's birthday.
Whoa.
Yeah, lots of. See, here's the interesting thing also, while we're on this tangent, because why not? We'll just go. While I was looking at games to do for the for the Link to the Past, yes. While I was looking through the games that released for whatever days we would have picked, notice about 90% of them were Japanese release dates.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Because obviously,
holidays. Yeah.
well, releasing in December is kind of like an unspoken taboo in a way in the Western world. Maybe partially because of holidays, but I think more so also just because of end of the year awards stuff, especially in the modern day when the cutoff for our most popular awards show, the Game Awards, which, by the way, Jeff, great show this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the cutoff for
Having
that is
Statler and Waldorf call out a DLC in the Game of the Year category was
Yeah.
but with the cutoff for that being our most biggest, most publicized Game Awards show, being middle of November, I mean, a lot of games nowadays, at least in the Western world, are like, well, if we release in December, we're missing out on our shot at this because come next year's Game Awards, nobody's going to be thinking about us.
Right.
Whereas in Japan, at least back in the day when a game would release in Japan and then be later localized, released the following year in the West, didn't really have to think about that. So that's kind of why you see when you're scrolling through this day in gaming for like the entire month of December, it's like 90% Japanese release dates. Just an interesting thing that I noticed. But anyway, I think we're done.
We should probably end the podcast.
I think we're done.
yeah. This train's gone enough off the tracks, thanks to me. As I do.
Good thing you don't do that at your job, Lucas.
Yeah. They would probably like the GP9 to stay on the rails.
Yeah. Anyway. Look, Sergeant! More sleeping people! It must be nap time! But nap time comes before pants time, not after. I think these people are just making up times! And with that, final red versus blue quote. If you liked what you heard here today, on this episode, I don't know. Anyway, hit the subscribe button. You know what to do. Like it, review it positively on Apple Podcasts. You know the drill. Anyway, we're gonna be back in a couple of weeks with another episode, which is gonna be our big countdown of all the best games that we played in 2024. Yeah. But until then, have a wonderful rest of your day, and remember,
play for the pistol.
Not again! Ah!
They're everywhere!
They're everywhere!
yeah.
I was expecting stay for the shotgun, but okay.
He said that just in Covenant Elite.